What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? Everybody come on in, man. Definitely want to say something that is unpopular truth. Y'all know how I do. I don't shy away from truth. I'm always keeping my ears in tune to what is being spoken in the earth, because I believe that the Creator speaks in the earth. So I know you guys probably see the title of this video that I'm doing. Is not going to be long. It's going to be pretty much a short video. As of late, that's what the Most High has been having me to do. Been dropping some short, pretty much Facebook Lives to give y'all something to think about, for y'all to look into, and just think. We're in a day and age right now where people, they love the ear hustle. They used to having people to tell them how to think and tell them what to think. And so shalom to you all. Shalom to you all. Greetings to you all. Praise to the Most High. Definitely invite. This is one that is for the community as a whole. All right, this is nothing that's for just for believers. This is for the community. I mean, it will help believers, but this is definitely for the community. And this is definitely something that I want to say. And I'm pretty sure you guys see the title of this Facebook Live that I'm going to present to you today. And it's very important. It's very important. And so before we get started, man, I want to read y'all the scripture. All right. I want to read y'all the scripture. It's going to be real quick. It's going to be quick. This not going to even be more than 20 minutes. All right. I just want to drop something on y'all. All right. Numbers chapter number 22, verse number 21. Numbers 22 and 21. And Balaam rose up in the morning and saddled his ass, it's a donkey, and went to the princes of Moab. And God's anger was kindled because he went. And the angel of the Lord stood in the way for an adversary against him. Now he was riding upon his ass, and his two servants were with him. And the ass saw the angel of the Lord standing in the way, and his sword drawn in his hand. And the ass turned aside out of the way and went in the field, and Balaam smote the ass, to turn her into the way. But the angel of the Lord stood in the path of the vineyards, a wall being on this side and a wall on that side. And when the ass saw the angel of the Lord, she thrust herself into the wall and crushed Balaam's foot against the wall, and he smote her again. And the angel of the Lord went further and stood in the narrow place, where was no way to turn either to the right or to the left. And when the ass saw the angel of the Lord, she fell down under Balaam. And Balaam's anger was kindled, and he smote the ass with the staff. And the Lord opened the mouth of the ass, and she said unto Balaam, what have I done unto thee, that thou hast smoten me these 3 times? If you notice a recurrent theme in that passage, Balaam wanted to continue to go in one direction, being disobedient, wanting to go into one direction continuously because that was a direction that he had set on his mind that he wanted to go. But in that story, the ass had more wisdom than God's greatest creation. Pay attention to what I'm telling you. The ass had more wisdom than the man of God who's supposed to hear from God, the man of God who's supposed to get direction from God, but yet the animal, the out of control one, not the one who has dominion over the earth, but the one who is a servant to the one who has dominion over the earth. begin to talk and give direction and expose what the man of God couldn't see. He should have been seeing it, but he didn't. The Ku Klux Klan is the ass. And many of our leaders is Balaam. Refuse to see, refuse to hear, want to continue to go in the same direction that they want to go in to fulfill their own agendas. And it's unfortunate that the Most High God has to use an ass to tell you what you should be seeing. The Ku Klux Klan sees what you refuse to accept. Is that the Zionists run the show? The Zionists have been running the show for a long time. You think that it's just so much about you that they hate. But they see as an ass what y'all don't see. And what y'all refuse to see is that the Zionists have been in control of your money, have been in control of your entertainment, have been in control of your book, your seminary schools, all of them, your church theology, all of it, they got their hand in. But yet you're too busy not listening to the ass give you direction on what you should be seeing. You're supposed to be guiding the ass, telling the ass what to do. But instead, you keep beating the ass and don't want to listen to what it's trying to direct you into. I just saw a video that one sister shared with me, but I've seen several videos. And the thing is that the war that the KKK, and I'm not a supporter of the Klan in any kind of way or the ideologies at all, but I understand that God speaks in the earth and I'm always listening. Wisdom is always talking in the earth because the Lord said it there. Hey, what is it that I desire the most? Wisdom. When men desire money and finances and all these things and riches and a household name, no, Lord, I want wisdom. Because wisdom can teach me how to keep all of that. But one thing wisdom can do is keep you from going down the wrong path. And when you understand that the Lord speaks in the earth and your ears is always attentive to his voice, the Lord can speak through anybody to get something to his people. But the problem is you're too busy looking at the vessel or the thing that he's speaking through. Balaam, it took the mercy of the Lord. There's an angel on the path ready to kill you. And yet the donkey had more common sense not to move forward. The more he beat the donkey, the more the donkey laid down. The donkey feared the angel of the Lord and feared God more than he feared man. But yet the prophets aren't seeing. The prophets aren't talking. And yet the donkey, the ass, the Ku Klux Klan, which is clearly the ass, has more common sense than the people of God. To see the obvious of what's going on. And I thank God for always using any and everything to try to get his people's attention. The Lord will use anything because he understands. One thing he understands about y'all, y'all are stiff-necked, hard-headed. You have ears that can't hear and you have eyes and cannot see. But you see what you want to see. You see what's going to benefit you. But you can't see what's going to benefit God. And unfortunately, you got the ass running around here every now and then. Every now and then, God got to use an ass to get y'all attention. Every now and then, it's a shame. It's a crying shame. And I'm sitting here, and you know what, y'all? I don't want to come. To be honest with you, I could have stuff that I could be doing. I just reset up my studio, getting ready to do, some work on some music, ready to put together some PowerPoint lessons. I'll be in Florida this weekend teaching. And the thing is, but I can't hardly sleep. And it hasn't been since this stuff been going on. It's been since I've stepped and walked into the call. Because the Lord is always bringing something to me. Because he's concerned about the people. He's trying to get your attention on every which way he can, and you refuse to pay attention. You know what you want to? You want to listen to what everybody else got to say. And the Lord said, I'm not going to compete with those voices. I'm not competing with them voices. So you know what he does? Instead of him trying to get it to you because you're not going to hear it, and if you do, you're not going to tell the people. So he'll use an ass. Trying to show you what's happening, what's been happening. But y'all too busy running, shouting, dancing, speaking in tongues, and having your conferences and your revivals and doing all this stuff, and hell catching all of the divorce rate amongst believers is higher than the people in the world. All these different things. I mean, you got more rates higher than anything, STDs and all kind of stuff. But yet you just still run around dancing and having a good time. And every now and then, the Lord has to use something that's not even his greatest creation to get his own people's attention. Brothers and sisters, open your eyes, man. Okay, open your eyes. You don't even want to consider some of the things that the Lord is trying to show you. The thing that they see, you refuse to accept. You refuse to accept it. In all of the Klan videos, their main topic of conversation is the Zionists, the bankers, the Zionists. That's pretty much their thing. I see more than every video I see with the Klan. Let me tell you something, man. I saw one video, this television show with some guy that was on CNN. The Klan invited a black guy into their inner circle to film them and all. Now, you know they don't do that. The guy said, I would rather live amongst black folks than to live amongst Zionists. Now, you know the Klan be tripping on black folks, but they have a bigger problem with the Zionists. And guess what? Not only that, I just showed you the other day, the Iranian president has a big problem with it because of the fact is that many of them speak as lambs, but they really dragons. And the thing is, you have to have the spiritual discernment to recognize a dragon that's fronting like a sheep. If you don't have the discernment, you're not going to recognize the dragons that's fronting like a sheep. And this is why so many people are being deceived. And yet the Lord said, okay, they can't see it. I'm showing it to them plain as day. Okay, hey, angel, go down there and send some donkeys to try to tell them. Send some what's some form of donkeys? Muslims, suicide bombers, folks acting crazy. What's some other donkeys? The Klan. What's some other donkeys? The new Black Panther. All these are donkeys trying to get your attention, and they all fighting against the same establishment. And y'all sitting back and ain't saying nothing, going about your merry way, not even paying it attention. Y'all thinking about the devil. Let me tell y'all something, man. The same people that say the devil is under their feet is the same people that talk about the devil all the time.
Keep in mind, this is the chairman of the National Republican Senatorial Committee.
The devil transformed himself into different facets. And yet, all you do, you talk about the devil more than you talk about anything else. But yet the devil is under your feet. I don't understand this type of conversation. Wake up, brothers and sisters. Pay attention to what the donkeys are saying. Consider what the donkeys are saying. Grace to all of y'all, man.